Hey guys, happy Mother's Day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Dr. Tammy, and I have an amazing gift for you guys. So, if you've been told to tune into these lives so you can get free hormone testing this weekend, welcome. And you can thank the person who sent you because it is absolutely free to get your hormones tested. This Mother's Day weekend, it is our gift to you. And our goal is to help so many women to get their lives back on track, to get their hormone balance, to feel like they're 30 again. And if you're 30 now and you don't feel like you're 30, if you're 30 and you feel like you're 100, we want to get back to that for sure. So put in the chat today if you are a mother. I would love to hear that. And put in the chat if you would like to get your hormones tested for free. And I'm going to talk about how you can do that. So I am so glad that you're here, and I hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day. And we are limiting the amount of free gifts for the free hormone testing. So if you want to get your friends in on this, please click the share button, which is the little arrow down there at the bottom, and that can invite your friends in here. So if you want them to get their hormones checked too, and you want to give them the gift of hormone balance, you can do that right now. So welcome, welcome. I am here to answer your questions. And I think we were planning on going maybe, I don't know, my beautiful fiance is my moderator. We didn't talk about it, but I think we're going to maybe go 30 minutes an hour. Just kind of depends on how many of you guys are in here. So any questions that you have about hormones, but we just 30. Okay, we're going 30. That's what he said. Okay, so yeah, he says, let's see. So we'll see what you guys want. So if you have any questions, please let me know. But if you would like to get your hormones checked, if you've ever asked a doctor, please check my hormones, I think something's really wrong, then you're in the right place, because that's what we do. And we also do bioidentical hormones, which are completely different than synthetic hormones. So I just want to take that off the table, that hormones are dangerous, hormones cause cancer. That is simply not true. And you're being lied to, and you're suffering for no good reason. And I always say there is no prize for living this life out after menopause with no hormones, with aging skin, and feeling like crap, and feeling like you don't like your family. And honestly, your family probably doesn't like you because you're so moody and irritable, and you're tired, and you're missing out on life. And this is the time when the grandkids, like, you want to spend time with them and you feel like crap. And this is the time you should not feel like that. This is the time when you could sugar them up and send them home. So there's so much to life right now that you can be enjoying, but you can't if your hormones are in the toilet. So I want to just show you this little diagram. I love to show you people, I love to show you guys this. So this is when your hormones are in your 30s and 40s. This is your estrogen and progesterone. Sorry, it's backwards, so it's hard to see. Estrogen and progesterone. And then they start to drop off. And this is perimenopause, this blue zone. So anywhere from 40 to 50. And when this starts to drop off, your progesterone drops off, and you stop sleeping, and you start feeling irritable, and you're all over the place, and your periods are going crazy. And then all of a sudden you go into hormone depletion syndrome, and you are like this until the grave. And that is because a baby girl is born with all the eggs you're ever going to have in your ovaries. And once those eggs are gone, you're down to about half of them when you're about 30. And once those eggs are gone, your ovaries completely dry up. So what we want to do is we want to show you that by checking your hormone levels. And if you want to do that, my Mother's Day gift to you this weekend is that it's absolutely free. This is a saliva test. So we check your estrogen, your progesterone, and your testosterone. And if you've ever begged a doctor to do your hormones and they've told you they don't believe in it, like Santa Claus, that's absolutely ridiculous, because it's very important that we know your baseline. It's very important that we know if it's working, if you're absorbing it, if your levels are good. And we don't treat numbers, we treat people, but we do need those numbers. There's no other place in medicine or science that we don't measure, and we don't measure for results. And it's absolutely ridiculous when it comes to menopause and perimenopause that they tell you you don't need to measure. So if you want to know for sure what's going on in your body, this is your weekend and this is our gift to you. So it is absolutely free. Saliva testing, if you look it up on the internet and decide to do that, it's $300 to $400. So we are giving you a $300 to $400 gift this weekend, and you can give one to your mom or to your sister. So that could be almost $1,000 gift that we're giving you. People want to know what's the catch. It's like, there's no catch. It's just a free hormone test. And there's a little bit of shipping, like $5, depending on where you live, or less, but it's free. It's totally free. And the consultation is free when we do the recommendations and can dose your bioidentical hormones. So when you actually ship it by UPS to the lab, that's free as well. So it's a super great deal. So just had a hysterectomy at 60, dry skin on BHRT, but I feel it needs to be adjusted. Okay, so that's what we do. So you can get a free test kit. So what you do is you go to hormonebliss.com and you have to put in the code free test when you check out, because it's normally $129 on our website, which is totally so inexpensive compared to other places that do saliva testing. So literally, we had a lady I think it was last night, said she paid $400 for her saliva test. And I can't remember if it was online. A lot of the local pharmacies do saliva testing because doctors don't know about it or don't believe in it, like it's Santa Claus. So ringing in ears since I went into menopause. Absolutely. So when you order a saliva test, and you get it in the mail. It looks like this. It's so pretty. It's pink. And there's a tube, and you put your saliva in the kit. Saliva is very stable and very accurate for what's in the tissues, unlike the blood that fluctuates. So it's very, very accurate. And when you get the requisition in here that you fill out, you put whether you have had a hysterectomy or you're on HRT now, and you don't have to stop the HRT that you're on, or BHRT, whichever you're on. You don't have to stop. You just put it on the requisition. And then if you've had a hysterectomy or perimenopause, menopause, wherever you are, you put that on here. But there's over 30 different symptoms. So when you just said this weird thing that happened after menopause, absolutely, these are just the 30 most common. And they're rated 0 through 3. So frozen shoulder, hip bursitis, fibromyalgia. Thank you, honey. That's so sweet. Oh, the gifts. I love it. I'm giving you guys gifts too, so you have to go order a test kit. But vaginal dryness, incontinence, depression, mood changes, low energy, low drive for everything, but low libido, uterine fibroids, hot flashes, night sweats, everybody knows that. Maybe you've had fertility issues, itching, absolutely. And one of the main reasons why you get the itching is because you get something called a histamine response, because estrogen helps you regulate your histamine family, I guess I would say. So histamine is actually a chemical in your body that responds to allergens, like outside. And so certain foods can trigger a histamine response. There's all this stuff on the internet about histamine diets, but estrogen keeps your histamine balanced. Yes, that makes sense. Yes to all of this. So I know. So this is the problem. When there's 30 common symptoms, not even counting the itching and the neuropathy and the tingling and in the hands and the feet and cavities that you never had, weight gain, and you're not doing anything different. Besides these, there's all that weird stuff, the neuropathy, the itching in your ears, the ringing in your ears, the nose itching, the constant tearing of your eyes or dry eyes, and like 30 different things on here. So they're rated 0 through 3. And this is the cool thing. I don't know if you can see this, but it's this little fill in the blanks. Like, remember the number 2 pencils when you had the tests in school? So we have a computer that actually takes your symptoms, runs it through the computer, and gives us a profile of what's going on with you. So it could even be a cortisol problem, a thyroid problem. And then we take your saliva test and your numbers, and we run them and then reach out to you. And here's the deal. The consult is completely included, so you don't have to pay. If you came and saw me in my office, it's $300 to have a new patient consult with me. But on this nationwide, worldwide program we're launching to help as many women as we can, you can meet with one of our team, and all of my protocols. I'm a medical doctor, and I've created these protocols for over 25 years in practice, helping women with perimenopause, menopause, estrogen dominance, fibroids, PCOS, all the things. And so that consultation is completely included. So we go over everything with you, our algorithms, our protocols, dose bioidentical creams, make those recommendations to you. And then we have a subscription program so that we can get you started on bioidentical hormones. And there's no obligation to do the prescription program, to do the testing. But of course, that's what we want for everybody, is to be on bioidentical hormones and feel better. Okay, so Angela said, what's the difference between the patch and BIOS? Okay, so sometimes people get confused a lot because there's so much that women don't know, which is why I'm here. So go back and watch all my videos. If you go to my picture up there and takes you to my main page, I have tons of videos. So, but I'll say, if we were to draw a graph of 4 different things, we first have to decide, or we have to delineate the difference between bioidenticals and synthetic hormones. Completely different. It's like the difference between a strawberry and a strawberry candy. So bioidenticals are the same hormones that your body makes, and they are plant-based, organic-based. And I'm not talking about yam cream. I'm talking about prescription-based estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, right? So that's what we have. But bioidentical is completely different from synthetic. Synthetic are chemicals that are made from petrochemicals, natural gas, oil products. The Rockefellers, the oil barons that wanted to decide something to do with their oil, they made drugs from them. So it's completely different. Oh, happy Mother's Day, Dana. Thank you for that. Oh, yeah, it's been a wonderful day. Yes, we went to lunch. We went shopping at the nursery, and I bought some flowers for outside. So it was a very good day. And I went to see my adopted mom, and she was absolutely fabulous and had a great day. Thank you. I feel sick on HRT. I'm not seeing any improvements. Okay, so what you need to do, Leslie Ann, is go order a test. It's completely free. You just go to hormonebliss.com. And oh, yes, Dana was awesome. So, and if you put in the code when you check out, it'll say it's $129. But if you put in the code free test, it's free. Totally cool. It's free. So go order your test kit. And if you're not feeling good, let us manage that and get you feeling better. So, okay. So the question was the difference between patches and bios. So when you talk about synthetic and bioidentical, that's what we're dealing with. Okay. Oh, good, Amanda. I'm so glad. So the difference between the forms are patches, creams, pellets, oral form where you take it by mouth, troches under the tongue. So there's a lot of different forms that you can get, either bioidenticals or synthetics in you. Okay. So then it also comes up, what are compounding pharmacies? So compounding pharmacies are like our chemists that make the bioidentical hormones. And then what we do is we make a protocol just for you. So there's a difference between commercial pharmacies and compounding pharmacies. So sometimes that all gets a little bit confused. So, oh, I think my screen was going on screensaver or something. It's getting a little dark. So yeah. So if you want to get your hormones tested, it is totally, totally free this weekend. So I'm excited about that. Oh, my screen totally went dark. I don't know why it went dark like that. Might have to plug it in. I don't know if it's in screensaver mode or not. Can you guys see me okay? I'm not dark, am I? Maybe it's my light. I don't think that helped. I don't know. It's getting darker outside. Huh. It's okay. Okay, cool. I don't know. It's totally dark on my screen. I don't know. Who knows? Cell phones have like these like shelf lives, I think, and it's not that old. So I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So if you want to get your hormones tested, oh, you guys are ordering. I love it. I feel like it's an angel gets its wings when you guys order, because it's one more woman that we can help get her life back. On the estrogen patch, progesterone tab, and testosterone cream, do you offer anything different? Yes. So the problem with the patch is it only comes in like 5 different doses. The creams, you can regulate that based on our recommendation, and you have so much more flexibility. So if you don't feel good, we have a lot more flexibility with that. I have a recent experience with the progesterone tablets, or the capsules. I was having horrible dreams, and I'm kind of a creative, artsy person anyway. And so I kind of like the creative dreams, but I really got to feeling like I was exhausted when I woke up because my dreams were so vivid. And then they started getting like zombies chasing me. It was awful. And so I started asking some of my patients, because using progesterone capsules, I know progesterone capsules are kind of a thing. And so I was like, it's bioidentical. I don't really like hormones orally by mouth. But I was like, okay, so we'll try that with some patients, because sometimes insurance will pay for those, sometimes not. But I thought, well, I'll try it. And I usually like to try the things that I'm recommending to my patients or trying. And the dreams are awful, and they just got worse and worse. So not a fan. If put in the chat if you've ever experienced that. Magnesium makes you have vivid dreams, almost like melatonin. Yeah, melatonin does that to me too. Having the bad dreams, I've only been on the progesterone caps a month. Yes. So Lisa, order a test kit. Let's see what your levels are. And it's interesting because blood versus saliva. Blood will show you when you're taking the oral form that your levels are high. And then the saliva, it kind of depends on, because saliva measures what's actually in the tissues. So it's really nice to know what's going on in the actual tissues. So I would recommend that you get a test. It's free this weekend. It's my Mother's Day gift to you. Happy Mother's Day. And again, if you just came in, this is a $300 or $400 value. If you go to the pharmacy down the street and they do saliva testing at the compounding pharmacies, it's, and if you order a test for your mom or your sister, that's like could be $1,000 value. So, oh, you're so welcome. Oh yes, Melissa, just order, Mary. I love it. I love it. I love it. So please, if you've ordered, please put it in the chat that you ordered. That's sort of my little gift to me, because I get to see you and I get to see who ordered. And if you order, please just do me a small little favor and go down to the little arrow at the bottom and click that and share with a friend, because that really helps us have the potential to help a lot of women, especially if you have a friend or a sister or your mom, anybody who's struggling with what are hormones. Oh, good, Misty. I'm so glad. That's awesome. Yesterday. So yes. So please, please, please just share while we do these pop-in lives. And I think we're going to do one more tonight, because we were going to cut it off. I think we've given it away. I don't know. I think we're going to cut it off at some point, maybe 200 test kits. So I'm going to do one more live tonight. So follow me. And if you don't get in on this, or your friend or whoever doesn't get in on it, then if you follow me, as soon as I go live, you'll know, because the discount codes are usually only alive when we go live. But I think they were, the discount code was live last night for the free test kit. Okay, so how do you order? So see my pink up there, hormonebliss.com. So bliss, like bliss, hormonebliss.com. And then you'll see that it's $129 when you go to checkout. But if you put in the code free test, it'll say discount code. If you put in free test, it's free. No strings attached. There's like less than $5 for shipping. It depends on where you live. But then when you order the test kit, it's a saliva test kit. We check for estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, your ovaries, 3 main hormones that you made or are making still, or maybe they're not balanced. And then what we do is, and you fill out the test requisition and you put it in the box and you send it in the mailer, which is free as well, to UPS. And then we get the results, and then we do a consult with you, go over your results, and talk about bioidenticals. Yay, boy mom. Hey, I'm a boy mom too. Oh my gosh. I love that is your handle, because I am always about put in the chat if you're a boy mom. Please, please, please put in the chat if you're a boy mom. I want to see all the boy moms out there. I love it, love it, love it. And my boy just took me to lunch today, and we went to see my adopted mom today. My real mom passed away about 6 years ago. So God just brought her into my life. I love it. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Order another for a family member. Yes, yes. I'm a boy and a girl mom. That's awesome. I thought I wanted a boy mom, Doreen. I didn't know you were a boy mom, Doreen. That's awesome. So I thought I wanted a girl, but God knows what we need, not what we want all the time. So my boy has been amazing. And the cool thing is, he was so easy. I could just slap some high water pants, sweatpants on him and go to school, and he was fine. And I know I would have had a total diva girl if I'd had a girl. Yes, the consult is free. It's included in that. So there is no catch on that. Hi, Jackie. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you too. So yes, so all you do is go to hormonebliss.com and you can read all about what the test is. The saliva test measures for estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And then once we get the results, we go over it with you and make a recommendation for bioidentical hormones. Thank you, Dolores. That's so sweet. So yes, ordered 3 just so we could order 3. I got one for myself and 2 besties. Yes, yes, yay, Justine. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you are a mom of a girl mom, boy mom, whatever you are, please put that in the chat. Just say, I'm boy mom or girl mom or both. I love that. Love that. If you have any hormone issues that are really baffling to you, would you put that in the chat? Because I feel like women need to know that you're not alone. I feel like women need to know that they are challenged and struggling, but you're not alone. And especially the weird stuff, or maybe you've had 30 different things and you're like, the doctor's like, how can you possibly have 30 different things? That's, just that's impossible. But it's not, because I promise you it's on the sheet. So, oh yes, and thank you for following me. I appreciate that. And you'll get notified when I go live. After this weekend, we'll go back to more of my educational stuff and answering questions. But really, these lives, when I pop in, I'm really about giving back and giving you free hormone test kit so that you can see what your hormones are and get on track to feeling better. Oh, awesome, Valerie. I'm so excited for you. That is awesome. My fiance said, little secret, we'll leave it on. I don't know. Honey, you're supposed to make them want to come back. So I don't know. What time are we going to do our live tonight? I don't even know. Do you ship FedEx, UPS? So it comes in the postal service when it comes to you at first, and then it's a UPS mailer. So you put it in the UPS mailer. And so after you do the test kit, you put your saliva in here. Where's my kit? Put your saliva in here. You put it in the bag. And then the UPS mailer is free. So it's completely free to go back to the lab. And then the lab will notify us of the results. And then once we get them, we'll contact you. And that consultation is free to go over your results. So saliva testing is very, very accurate. Our lab has been in business almost 30 years. I've used saliva testing almost exclusively over the years. In my practice, we do blood testing because we also do thyroid and cortisol and lots of other things too. But the cool thing about the saliva is, number one, you can do it at home and it's very stable. If you draw blood at the doctor's office or at Quest, you have to go and put it right into the box for the lab to pick up that day. So this is nice because you can put it in here and it's stable at your house. You could do it over the course of 2 days if you want to, and it's very stable. But the coolest thing is that it measures what's in your tissues, not what's in the blood, because the blood is either bound to protein, the hormones are bound to proteins, or they're free. So you really don't get a great measurement of what's fluctuating in the blood, but what's actually in the tissues. It's kind of like, when they do drug testing for your hair, because your hair actually holds that information longer. Your saliva actually holds the hormone information longer. So we get a better measurement. So you do not have to pay for the results. I know, it's like, what's the catch? It seems almost too good to be true. I know, it's crazy because it's a $300 or $400 lab test and there's no catch. So the only catch is that you're going to feel better. And good, I'm so glad, Meredith. And the only catch is there's like $5 or less on shipping, depending on where you live. If you live out of the country, it might be a couple dollars more, but like just $5, that's it. So the consultation, when we get your results, we'll reach out to you. That is completely free as well. So I know it's a crazy deal. I was talking to my fiance and on Friday, and I was like, what can we do? What can we do to help more women? What can we do to really reach a larger audience? And so the biggest thing that you guys have been doing is sharing. So if you've ordered a test kit, please put in the chat, because that lets the algorithm know that you guys are interested in this and that you not only want to get the help, but it helps other people. So please put that in the chat if you've ordered. And if you've ordered, if you would press the little share button down there, it's a little arrow that goes to the side. If you press that, it also tells your friends that we're doing this and giving this wonderful gift away for Mother's Day. So, yay, Peaches, I love it. So, yes, yes, yes. And if you tap the screen, you can send me some hearts too. It's totally free to do that. So, you just kind of tap and it just sends little hearts. I love it. I just sent myself some hearts. I love that because we should do that. We should send ourselves hearts all the time. What if we could do that? If we could just walk around in our day and we could be just like, tap the screen and it gives us some love. That'd be so awesome. But we can do that on TikTok lives. I love that. So yeah. So okay. So you guys are ordering kits. I love it. I feel like it's an angel gets its wings. I want a bell to tap because every time you guys order a test kit, I'm like, that's one more woman that we can help. I love that. It makes my heart so happy. Yes, yes, Mara. I'm so excited. And I don't know if it's my thoughtfulness, but it's between God and my fiance because it's just like this was just like this is going to be a crazy like it's going to be a little chunk of change for us to give all these free kits away because the lab like is like pretty pricey, but I love it. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I know. Tired of feeling this way. I hear that from women all the time. And you know what else I hear? Literally, I hear women say that they were down on their knees praying to God to feel better. They've gone to their doctor, they've gone everywhere, and they've used their insurance, and nobody's helped them, and nobody's listened to them, or they wanted to put them on Prozac or Effexor or sleeping pills, or they got fibromyalgia and they're hurting and they have no energy and they're just like at their wits' end. So it's just one of those things that, they're like, I was praying, and then this crazy doctor on TikTok pops up. So I love that. So, yes, we're absolutely here for you. So, if you've just tuned in and you are interested in getting your hormones checked, we are running a special Mother's Day gift. And all you do is go to Hormone Bliss, like bliss.com. And when you go to check in or check out, it'll say it's $129. But if you put in the code free test, it's completely free. And there will be a couple dollars shipping just to help us out a little bit on that. But it's usually $5 or less. So, like, it's nothing for a $400 test. That's normally what a lot of people charge. We don't. Normally on our website, we charge $129, which is really, really inexpensive and just a little bit over what the lab charges us to run it. So it's a crazy deal. Love won't need a balanced cream. Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's $5 shipping. So usually it's $5 or less. So, oh, good, good, good. So what happens after you order the test kit? So the test kit, you put your saliva in here. It looks like this when you get it, nice and pretty and pink. Put your saliva in here. You fill out the test requisition, and you put whether you're on hormones now and whether you have a uterus or a hysterectomy or an ovary or whatever's going on with you. You fill out the symptoms. There's over 35 symptoms or 30 symptoms on here, maybe 35. But puffy, do you feel like you can't get your rings on, like you're holding water, or aches and pains, heart palpitations? Somebody said, well, go ringing in the ears, cavities, dry eyes, dry mouth, sugar cravings, allergies, histamine responses, vaginal dryness, low libido, mood changes, anxiety, ADD, if you feel like you can't multitask like you used to, body temperature changes, you smell different, your body sweat is different, muscle size is decreased, you're losing muscle, you're gaining weight, and you're not doing anything different. Bleeding changes, or if you're in perimenopause, your periods are all over the place. I might have said constipation, bowel changes, reflux, neuropathy. Maybe you're having this tingling in your feet. There's so many different things on here. And then we rate it 0 through 3, and you put down the degree of the symptoms you're having, because we want to know how bad it is, because almost all women in perimenopause or menopause have almost all these symptoms, which is why doctors want to make you feel like you're crazy, because they're like, lady, how could you possibly have 30 or plus symptoms? Because they really don't share in med school, other than big pharma. They really don't have training. I'll tell you, when I was in med school 25 years ago in my residency program, they didn't talk about menopause. They talked about menopause being a year without periods, but they didn't talk about how to treat women with hormones and testing. None of that. Similar or not, somewhat blood or saliva. So the blood and the saliva are resulted out a little bit different in the measurements. And we see correlations very, very close, but it's apples to oranges. So you can't go by the nanograms per deciliters because it's different in the saliva than it is in the blood, but they correlate very, very well. I've been in practice for almost 25 years. I do both, and we see that all the time. When I first started my practice, I would check the saliva and the blood on the same day just to make sure that it correlated, because I wondered too, because I was like, they didn't teach me about this in med school. So I want to make sure that this is legit and that I can really hang my hat on treating patients with my bioidenticals based on what it is. Don't see the test. Okay, so go to hormonebliss.com, and then it should tell you on that page how to order a test. So you go there, it'll take you to the order page. And when you check out, you put in, it'll ask you, do you have a gift code? You put in the code free test, and it'll be absolutely free, except just a couple dollars shipping. I always forget to say that because it'll pop up that automatic thing. Depending on where you live, it should be $5 or less. So that's it. That's the only catch. It's a $300-$400 test, depending on where you go to get it, for, just a couple bucks. So, and that's our Mother's Day gift to you. It is free shipping to the lab through UPS. Once you put your saliva in the tube, it's free shipping to the lab. And then the consultation to go over your results and to actually listen to you. Because if you've ever felt like a doctor wouldn't listen to you, or the nurse practitioner, the staff, the pharmacist, if you feel like they weren't listening to you, that's what we do. We listen to you. And then we talk about bioidentical hormones. And we have a subscription plan, which includes your hormones every month. And we take care of you and we help you get them balanced and work with you. So that is our main goal. It's not just to test you, but to get you on bioidentical hormones and get your life back. And if you're not happy with your hormones that you're on right now, we can dial that in and get you balanced and make it worth it for you. How long after ordering can you expect the test? So this weekend has been mad. I mean, we have like hundreds of kits. This is crazy that we're giving away. Consult. The consult is included. Yes, Hannah, absolutely. So my staff tomorrow is going to go nuts. They're going to walk in the morning and they're going to see all the kits that have to go out. So we're going to be all hands on deck. We're going to try to get all the kits out tomorrow that were ordered through the free gift this weekend. So they should go out tomorrow. They might go out Tuesday, depending on how much. I mean, we're all hands on deck. We're going to get this done. So as soon as they go out, the postal service takes 1 or 2 days. You get the test kit. Now, it's dependent on you how quick you put your saliva in here and put it in a UPS mailer, take it to UPS and send it in. So that's dependent on you. And then it takes about 10 to 12 days for the lab to run it and to get the results back to us. Addison's disease with complete adrenal failure. So Addison's disease is a little tricky. So what she's talking about, oh, Holly, I'm so glad. What she's talking about is the adrenal glands that make the same hormones that your ovaries make, which is cool. That's your backup plan after menopause. But if you have adrenal problems, it's really hard for your body to keep up. And so we call it hormone replacement therapy, because your adrenal glands hardly ever make enough hormones for you to not have all these symptoms and all the disease processes. Because if you look at, where's my little picture? I don't have it here, but if you look at when all the disease processes happen, they happen after menopause. I mean, the cancer, the broken bones, the Alzheimer's, the dementia. You never hear about a 30-year-old. I mean, it'd be really rare to have Alzheimer's. It just doesn't happen. It happens when your estrogen dries up. It happens when your ovaries dry up. Oh, I get a little preachy. I'm sorry. I just get passionate, get a little crazy with that. But yeah, so estrogen regulates so many things. So your adrenals also depend on your ovaries when your ovaries are still making hormones. So again, bioidenticals are still amazing, and will get if you're postmenopausal, will help so much with your cortisol balance, and they will not interfere with having adrenal compromise or extreme adrenal Addison's or anything like that. Problem with most endocrinologists is they don't understand perimenopause and menopause. And so all they're focused on is the cortisol. They're just focused on the adrenals. Oh, good. I'm so glad you ordered. So Connie, yes, absolutely. So if you want to take advantage of my Mother's Day gift to you, all you have to do is go to hormonebliss.com. And when you go to checkout, it'll say $129. But if you put in the discount code or the gift code, free test, this test is completely free. The shipping is just a couple bucks, depending on where you live. And then the shipping to the lab is free. The UPS mailer is free. UPS alone is like 10 bucks. So you don't have to pay that. And then once we get your lab results, we'll reach out to you, and the conversation with you is free as well. And then our goal with that is to get you on a subscription plan for your hormones. So, good. So if you've ordered a kit, please put that in the chat. And that's just the way of showing me thank you for ordering kit, because I just want to know, because it's such a beautiful thing. It makes my heart so happy to know that a woman is one step closer to getting her life back. Oh, Hannah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And if you would, as the gift to me, if you've ordered, please share with that little share button at the bottom with a friend that you think could be having hormone issues. So ordered one. Oh, you're so welcome, Dolores. I love it. Love it. So yeah, if you would just share with a friend that you think could be benefited by bioidentical hormones or getting the hormones balanced, and any age. I mean, we have girls as young as 9. We have people as old as 90, and they'll tell you you're too old for hormones. And that is just ridiculous, because how can you be too old for hormones once you don't have ovaries? That's like saying if you removed your thyroid, that's like saying you wouldn't test for thyroid hormone. That'd be ridiculous, right? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I will join your team. I love it. That's like saying you wouldn't test hormones. Or like if you didn't have a thyroid, would they say, we're just going to put you on the lowest dose just so you can get out of bed? That would be absolutely ridiculous. But when it comes to our ovaries completely drying up, why wouldn't we check hormone levels? We know they're going to be zero because you don't have ovaries anymore. And that's why we call it hormone replacement therapy. We're replacing the hormones that your ovaries once made. But why do we say you can only have the lowest amount possible? Because it's going to cause cancer. I mean, it's like you make these very same hormones from your ovaries when your ovaries are young and working. So it's the imbalance. Cancer isn't something you get. Cancer is something that is innate to you, and your immune system is not functioning. And it's not functioning because hormones regulate every process in your body. So if you have an imbalance, too much estrogen, not enough progesterone, not enough DHEA. DHEA is actually pretty fascinating too, while I'm on that topic. There are so many studies with DHEA to prevent Alzheimer's, to prevent muscle loss, to help with muscle, and there's just so many things. I mean, it's just to help with heart health. So everything that keeps us young, DHEA is huge for that. So that's very powerful as well. So yay, Tanya, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so excited. I can't see how many kits we've actually given away, but I love it because every time my app just kind of goes crazy on me, I have to clear it out every once in a while, but it's so awesome. So please, if you ordered a kit, please let me know and put it in the chat so that I can see who all has. True Patriot. I'm a true patriot too, Kimmy. That's awesome. Stage 3C cervical cancer survivor. I was thrown into menopause. Okay, absolutely. From Pennsylvania. Yay, Camogram. I love it. So cervical cancer, we know that that's a virus that causes that. It's HPV 16 or 18. We know that that's what causes that. So what causes the virus to, I mean, almost everybody has it. So it's not like you did anything wrong. We almost all have that virus in us. The reason that virus is allowed to take over and change the DNA into cancer cells, because cancer comes from us. It's our immune system not working. It's our cells messing up. It's not something that you get. It's not like this cancer monster comes in here. That comes from hormone imbalance. Progesterone regulates the pH in your vaginal area, your cervix, your uterus, all of it. And so if you have too much estrogen and not enough progesterone, that will set you up for your immune system and the pH changes to dysregulate and those cells to turn into cancer. Those are your own cells. They're not beast cancer cells. That's your cells messing up. You have to have hormone balance to keep that from happening. Average cost of creams that you need to use. So we have a program, it's a subscription plan, and it includes your creams, includes adjustments, includes the educational stuff because I'm all about education. And I keep reading the comments, sorry, so I say weird things sometimes. But anyway, in that program, so we have a wide range, and I'm not trying to be evasive, I promise, but it varies from it can range anywhere from $249 down to $149, depending on if you want to be in the full program or if you pay in full or if you just want the creams. So we have uh, a wide variety of programs available. Why would somebody cancel if they're feeling 30? I know, right? So people ask me, how long am I going to need bioidentical hormones? And my answer is until they figure out a way for us to regrow ovaries or they can transplant them, because I plan on feeling like I'm 30. I'm 56. I plan on feeling like I'm 30 until I can't anymore. I mean, we're all going to die, right? Let's say it's the fountain of youth forever, but until I'm ready to go to the nursing home or the grave. Nobody's taking my hormones away from me. I'll tell you that, unless something strange happens and I just can't get them. I'm currently taking ashwagandha, evening primrose oil, and wild yam cream instead of HRT. So I always say, Kimmy, I always say there ain't enough yam cream in the world to take care of my hormone imbalance issues. And the problem is wild yam cream is a chemical called desinogen that can turn into progesterone. So we use prescription strength progesterone, which is very different. It's still organic and it is made from plant-based, like yam, sweet potatoes, basically, but it is the chemicals that are extracted organically from plants. So it's plant-based. And that's why it's safe. It's not synthetic chemicals that can cause cancer. It is organic, plant-based, exactly the same chemicals that your body makes, the exact same hormones that your body makes. So if you're feeling good and you're fine, that's fine. And we can check your levels and you can see. But the evening primrose oil is what we call a phytoestrogen. So it can act as an estrogen in your body, but it's still really good to check your hormones and to know exactly where they are, because we're not trying to just use the lowest amount possible or just to patch things, or help the stress with some ashwagandha or, just use some yam cream just to kind of get us by. We want to, I wish I had my picture. I don't know what I did with it, but we want to maximize the hormones, especially after menopause, because that's when all the disease processes happen. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here. So we want to maximize so that you don't get the dementia, so you don't get the heart disease, so you don't get the fractured hips. We want to maximize. So that whole thought about just the lowest amount possible, that's just crazy. And that's a narrative from the people who have the most to gain, like Big Pharma, to get you on sleeping pills and anti-inflammatories like Celebrex, or to get you on, just the anti-anxiety stuff. So that is what we're dealing with. And doctors just don't really educate themselves about bioidenticals and testing. So program after testing if we need replacement, pricing, etc. So yeah, so I was just saying just a minute ago, that is a subscription plan, like you would basically order supplements, but you get your hormones and that's included, and you get education, you get us to work with you to get it adjusted. And that is my promise to you. Oh, thank you, Sherry. That is my promise to you. If you're not happy, you don't have to stay with us. You're not handcuffed. But that is my promise. I put my head down on my pillow every night thinking, oh my gosh, how many women have we helped today? And I understand. I have been there so many ways. I've had endometriosis, PCOS, fertility issues. Girl, I got you. I understand. And I'm a medical doctor that I believe God did those things for and not to, so that I can understand. But my goal is for you to get your life back and feel towards the end of menopause. Uh, End of menopause. Okay, so Okay, honey, we're going to go. He's saying it's time to wrap up. So, menopause is just a year without periods. That means absolutely nothing. So sometimes people are like, I got through menopause just fine. No, you didn't, because your ovaries have literally dried up and you're not making hormones anymore. Your female hormones, your estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. You're not making hormones anymore. So that is for life. That is what we call hormone depletion syndrome. And I have to find my picture. Oh my gosh, this is really bugging me, what I did with it. Anyway, it's a graph of what I call hormone depletion syndrome. Once your ovaries dry up, you don't have those hormones anymore. And so menopause is just by definition a year without periods. And the reason you stop having periods is because your ovaries stop making those hormones, because those hormones, these are your ovaries here. The hormones that your ovaries make tell your uterus to bleed and then, or build up a lining. And then progesterone gets made and tells you to slough a lining. So after menopause, you don't have those hormones anymore. That's why you stop bleeding. Nobody cares about not bleeding. You don't have to buy maxi pads anymore. That's great. The problem is that your ovaries aren't making hormones anymore. And that's when the Alzheimer's and the broken hips and the heart attacks and the cancer, all the bad things really start happening. Your skin, you lose 30% of your collagen the first year after your ovaries dry up and you're not having periods anymore. So menopause means nothing. If you watch some of my other videos, I say menopause is a dirty word because it's so misleading. So just because you stop having periods, ovarian failure is forever, and 100% of women will go through it, and we have to stop the suffering. And there you go. There's my rant for the day. So let's get back to the mission here. I know it's time to wrap up. I just want to say hormone testing is free. My Mother's Day gift to you. Do a saliva test. All you do is go to hormonebliss.com. BRCA genes. So yes, so bioidenticals are very different than synthetic hormones. It's all about the hormone balance. And people ask me all the time, I've had breast cancer or a family history of breast cancer. Please do your homework. Make sure that you're very comfortable with this. But it's all about hormone balance, and you do not have to suffer. So you're not ruled out from hormones. Please do your homework on that and just be your own advocate. And that's what we're here for, to advocate for you. So if you want to get your hormones checked, completely free, my Mother's Day gift to you, a saliva hormone test. We check for your estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. I wrote a book. Yes, I've written lots of books. Yes. And I do want to say that I just finished my menopause metabolism reset. So if you're struggling with weight gain after menopause, that is going to come out on, please mark your calendars, on June 10th. And yes, June 10th. And so if you guys buy the book on that day, it helps me rank so that I can be a bestseller on Amazon. So that's really cool. So we'll start. If you order a kit, you'll go into our email system and we'll send you an email about that too. So yes, absolutely. And we also have our fertility program coming. So if you know someone who's struggling with fertility, the stats on that are 1 in 10 couples are struggling with fertility. So I'm so excited about that. 16 candles. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. That's such a compliment. I love that. Thank you, honey. So last, I'm going to pop off here. Yeah, my fiance, he's my moderator. He's so excited for me to finish that program. I just have to take a little time because I just immerse myself in projects. And so I just have to take the time to do that. But yes, if you're interested in the fertility program, or you know someone who is, you can direct message me, and we will, if you give me your email, we'll put you on the waiting list for that as well. So if you have questions and I didn't get them answered for you, please put them in a direct message to me. I or my team answer all the direct messages. So I'm here for you. I love you very much. And please, my Mother's Day gift to you is a free hormone test kit. We check for estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. All you have to do is go to hormonebliss.com and put in the code free test. This would be a great gift for you to IOU that and tell your mom or your sister, I just gave you the gift of health, because we're going to see what your hormones are and see how bioidentical hormones can help you. So go do that, hormonebliss.com. Free test is the checkout gift code. It's completely free. the results, the consultation's free, the UPS mail when you send the kit back is free. A couple of dollars there for shipping, usually less than $5 depending on where you live, but that's all there is to. The rest of it is completely free gift. 16 candles. Now I'm gonna have to go watch it, Sherry. And you know, the funny thing is us menopause girls are probably the only ones in the room here that even know what 16 candles was. I don't know. Did they do a remake of it? I don't even know. So anyway, okay. So I think we're going to do a live again at 7. So please share this with your friends and let them know that I'm going to be back on at 7. And if they want to get a hormone test kit that they can do at home, find out what their hormones are, maybe change their life or save their life, please let them know. We'll be back. Your twin, I love it. Okay, Gen X, go. Yes, yay, I love it. We're the team that we're the latchkey kids that we rock it, and we slid down the slides that were hot in the summertime, and we didn't have seatbelts or car seats, and we still survived. All right, I love you guys very much, and I'll see you later this evening at 7. Oh. This is crazy. Did you see? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Oh, thank you. I always forget that.